Good morning, everybody from Bangkok, Thailand. It's 5:30 a.m. and I was up at 4 as I'm taking off for 4 days to a 4-day Vipassana Retreat, Silent Retreat. I'll be doing a lot of meditation and reflecting, and it couldn't have come at a better time. I booked this last month, and with all of the fires going on in Southern California, where I'm from, it kind of hit home. And so I'm going to just focus my energy on helping to heal that area and, doing my best to send out my prayers and love to everybody there. And I think it'll be a good time. So Ray's staying here with the dogs, and I'm all dressed in white, as that's how it's to be. And I've got my bags packed. I've got 3 days and my toiletries and my purse. You turn your phone in when you get there, so there's no iPads, computers, telephones, and I am so happy about that, because sometimes you just gotta unplug, right? So I will do a video upon my return, and I wish you all well. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world, and I send you my love. I'll check in when I get back. Bye, guys. I'll be back.
Drugs, I'm ready to fly, no drug. Pull up, if I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come silent in us, I am baptized, I am alive again. Give me new life, take me to heaven. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never go back to when we before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Before you forgot my worth. Feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Waited as long as I've lived. Thumbs up, come get what's yours and what's real. Boot up, blissful in each other's skin above. When you come silent, finally risen to the occasion. Past love's forgiven.
Okay, I'm in the van. It's a VIP van, which is nice. And we're getting ready to take off from the School of Life Foundation here in Bangkok. See you guys soon.
Forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this
There's my friend Rena. Rena?
Hi,
Yeah?
it's my first time,
Yeah.
and then you're not gonna talk after like half an hour.
Yeah.
So let's see. We make it.
We make it.
We'll make it. Yeah.
Here's my little room with my roommate. I'm not sure who I have. I haven't really seen her. And then this is where we're staying. We're in room 2. And this is the grounds where we're staying. Okay, we're not going to be able to talk soon. So we meet outside at 10 o'clock and we turn in our phones and then we go for lunch at 11 and that will be the last meal of the day. And then we'll go to orientation at 12:30 and then silence begins. So I made it here and it's beautiful grounds. It's very peaceful and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Bye.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back. I went to a 4-day silent Vipassana meditation retreat. It was actually called an Anapanasati meditation, and it was in Saraburi, which is about 90 minutes north of Bangkok, in a beautiful area set in a beautiful green area with a beautiful mountain, a rock mountain on the side. And I found out about it online and I wanted to go. It's always been on my bucket list to do one of these. And I was really apprehensive if I would be able to handle it because even though I've been meditating for a number of years, 20 plus years, I don't meditate for a long time in a stretch. I only, normally the longest I meditate is probably about 30 minutes. So this really put me to the test. This really put me to the test. I actually meditated for 9 hours a day. It wasn't at full stretches of 9 hours. It was broken up. Like we would do 50 minutes and then we'd have like a 10-minute break and then we'd go into another hour or 50 minutes and then have another 10-minute break throughout the day. And we also did walking meditation, and believe it or not, the walking meditation was harder for me to do than the sitting meditation. And because I'm a speed walker basically, I walk fast and I'm a runner, a fast runner normally. Well, I've slowed down with my age, but walking slow is really challenging because there was a certain way we had to walk. We had to feel the sole of our foot, you know, roll through and then just go very, very slowly. And so I would find myself like looking off into the distance and going like this, and you're supposed to only look a little bit ahead of you. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So let me tell you where I went. I went to a place called Bodhi Dhamma Retreat, and it is run by a woman by the name of Acharavadi Wang Sakan. And she is a woman who was a businesswoman and a high society woman. She actually had a jewelry business and she was very successful, making a lot of money. And she left her life to dedicate her life to teaching meditation to students. And I found out when I arrived that she would not be there. She only attends the Techno Vipassana, which is the 8-day meditation retreats. And so I was going to sign up for that first, and they told me that I couldn't. I had to start with the 4-day, and then I could move on into that one. But so I wasn't able to meet her. I had a teacher, a gentleman who spoke English, broken English, but he was Thai and spoke pretty good English, and he was our teacher. So there were quite a few people in attendance, and most were Thai. There was one Chinese fellow by the name of Simon, and there was Rena, who was from Germany. She's originally from Mumbai and she lives in Germany. She's married to a German man, speaks fluent German as well. So cute, you know, she's full Indian and speaks German. And then there was a gal from New York. Her name is Adana, and she lives close by there, and she's lived there for 2 years, and she teaches English and lives here in Thailand. And she said that this is her third time coming, and she was only there for like a day and a half. She just popped in, you know, just because she enjoys the peacefulness of it, and they let her come. So I had to arrive at the School of Life. And the School of Life is also part of this, and it's in Bangkok. If you are Thai, and I'm not sure if they offer meditation classes to foreigners there. I believe it's only Thai people, but you can find them online under School of Life. They're in An Nut, and I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning on Thursday of last week. I don't remember the date, but it was last week. And so I took a grab car from my condo, and it took maybe 20 minutes to get there, and he drove me straight there where there was a VIP van waiting. I chose to take the van for 500 baht round trip because it was a 90-minute drive, and that's pretty good. So 250 each way, basically. And we left promptly at 6:30 when I arrived, and they drove us out there, and once we arrived, we were able to kind of settle into our rooms and, you know, get everything organized. And then we met at the canteen, which is where we would eat each day. And that's when it, around noon or 12:30, we turned our cell phones in, and there was no more technology. And let me tell you, it was nice. I did not miss my cell phone at all. And it was just so refreshing to be away from all the, you know, the 4G, 5G energy. While I was there, I did feel different not having any cell phones around me, because here in Bangkok, it seems like everyone is constantly on their phone. I mean, you'll get on the BTS or the MRT or anywhere you are, basically, everyone is like this. And it's just like, it's overwhelming for me. Maybe I'm sensitive. I'm sure I am, because I felt so different. Like my nervous system just went down like 20 notches. I felt so good without the cell phone energy around me. But so anyway, turned off the phone, turned it in happily, and went to my room in a hut. And I had one other roommate, and as you'll see the video, you walk in the main door, and the toilet bathroom area with the shower was to the right, and then straight on there were 2 rooms. Mine was on the right, and Siam, I had a beautiful little roommate, an Asian woman. I'll put her picture up. Her name was Siam, and she spoke very, very little English, but we understood each other. And we have just one curtain covering our door. There was no closing door, and everything on top was open. Like there was this, it was like a wall in between our rooms, and then the ceiling was open, and there was a thatched roof, and it wasn't enclosed. It was like chicken wire, and I was a little bit worried about that, but they provided mosquito netting for us, and so I was able to put up my mosquito net, and I slept under that, and I never had one mosquito bite. So that was pretty nice. And here's how the schedule went. So day 1, we would wake up at 5 a.m. to a gong ringing. You had 15 minutes to get yourself up and out. So I had just enough time to wash my face quickly, brush my teeth, and luckily I brought my silk scarf, so I'd put it over tie it on, and then tie it in the back, so that when I woke up I could just take it off and go like this to my hair, and I was ready to go. And had my clothes ready, put them on, and then bolted over to the big main hall, which is the big building, the big meditation hall, where there was a monk. He would come in and meditate with us. Really nice monk. He had very good humor. He was a really good, fun guy. He didn't speak any English, but I only went up and met with him one time. And from 5:20 to 6 a.m., we had sitting meditation in the main hall. And then at about we would leave at 6 and then walk down, and then we had a 15-minute walking meditation and standing to absorb the natural energy of the earth to ground us. We walked barefoot, and it was just at sunrise, so it was really nice. You could hear the call to prayer because there was a mosque not too far away, and it was really peaceful and nice. And then we walked till about 6:30, and then we'd go and have breakfast and our personal time. Now, this is all free. It's done by donation only. Breakfast from 6:30 to 8 a.m. And breakfast was, and personal time was included with that. So what I would do normally was I would go back to my room after I had some fruit and a little bit of coffee and tea, and I would kind of tidy up. Like I kept the room clean for us, and she was so appreciative of that. I took out the trash and I swept the room and the front porch, and she just says, "Good, oh, thank you." But she was older. I think she's probably in her, I would say her late 70s. And so I did that, and then I write in my journal. And then at 8 o'clock, we went in for another sitting meditation till 9. And then had a little break, and then from 9 to 10 we had chanting and more sitting meditation, and then a tiny little break, and then about 10:10 to 11 another sitting meditation. I really did enjoy it. The only part that was hard for me on the sitting meditation was sitting in lotus position. I had to prop up on a lot of pads that they provided. I had 3. I have very tight hips from being a runner for so many years. And so when I got in bed at night, my hip joints would just ache. I was like, why do I have pain? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm opening probably from my tight hips from running for so many years. So that was really good for me. And that was the only part that was hard for me, was the position that I would have to sit in. And I'd try, near the end of my retreat, I got better at sitting longer, and I was able to meditate for the full 50 minutes. So I was really proud of myself to progress like that. So that from 9 to 10, that was a chanting and sitting meditation. Then from 10 to 11, sitting meditation again. And then right after that, we would have lunch and rest time. So we would have lunch and rest. They told us to take, rest, naps. I'm not a napper, so what I would do was I would just eat really slow at lunch, and then I would go, I would help out. Like I swept the cafeteria, the cafe area, the canteen area, and I arranged all the stools one day. My OCD kicked in that day, and I was like, I lined them all up, and just to keep, do something, because I didn't exercise for 4 days. So. And the walking meditation, it wasn't like my normal walking, so I just kind of wanted to keep myself moving as much as I could when I wasn't sitting. So I would do that, and then write in my journal, and then it was time to go back in. So right after that, 1 o'clock to 2, another sitting meditation, and then 2 to 3, another sitting meditation. So there was a 10 to 15 minute break in between those. And then, so from 3 to 4, we had a moving meditation to transfer energy, which was, again, walking. And then from, 4 to 4:30, there was, half an hour there, that was another sitting meditation. And then after that, we did a 15-minute walking, again, meditation. And then from 5 to 6:30 would be our dinner hour. And so the types of food that they served, it was all vegetarian. They had a lot of tofu dishes. They had a lot of rice. They had salads, beans, quinoa. The food was good. It really was good. And they'd always have fresh fruit every morning. And then, normally, in what I thought, was that there would be no food after 12 o'clock. But at this one, they had 3 meals. And I ate very small portions. Like, I didn't overeat or eat too much because I knew that I wasn't going to be moving very much. So it worked out good. Again, the dinner and personal time, this was from 5 to 6:30. And then right after that, we went up to the big main hall from 7 to 7 or 6:30 to 7:20. So almost an hour up there in the big main hall again. And then we came 7:30 to 9. My group of, we had a group of 3. They kept us together. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Rena, Rena, Simon from China, who spoke fluent English, and myself, because we were the 3 original ones. We would go down and meet with our teacher after we left the main hall in the morning. We only went to the main hall in the morning, and let's see, and in the evening. After dinner and personal time, we went into the main hall again. So twice a day, we went into the main hall. But all the other meditations and chanting and the discourse was done at the Bodhi Hall, which was another little screened-in area off to the side. We met there. And they did that because our teacher spoke English, and in the main hall, it was the monk and I think a Thai speaking teacher. I'm not sure because I wasn't in there. What they did throughout the course was they did play a lot of, they call her the master, the woman that I mentioned that started this. There was recordings of her, just giving little stories and teachings and discourses. I really was kind of disappointed that she didn't at least arrive maybe on the last day. If I had something to suggest to them, if they wanted my constructive feedback on it, I would say I would recommend that she would come on the last day at least, and maybe just give a parting talk so that we could all meet her, and then maybe that would encourage the 4-day students to want to go to the 8-day one, Vipassana. They all asked me if I would be going back to the next one, which is in February, and I said I can't, because actually in February I'm going to be flying to Chiang Mai, and I'm going to be doing a 10-day at one of the Wats there. I'll tell you about that more later on. I'll be leaving on the 20th of February, and this was a warm-up. It was a practice session for me, and I really did enjoy it. I got a lot out of it. The only thing I'm nervous about is that I'm going at the end of February, and as you all know, burning season is pretty much going to be coming on up in the end of February in Chiang Mai. It's not that bad right now, but the air quality will be very bad, end of February and for sure in March. So I believe I'm leaving on March 2nd. I'm flying back to Bangkok on March 2nd. I really did enjoy myself. The rules were there was no talking. We were to observe noble silence, and it was so nice just to be in the peace and quiet. The other con I have to mention is right next door there is a 5-star hotel, and it's called the Seoul Resort, and you can Google it. It's quite extravagant. It's a beautiful 5-star hotel, but they had some really loud music on Friday night and on Saturday night. It was so loud, it sounded like they were right outside my room, and it was kind of hard to focus when they had that going on, and luckily it didn't go on for that long. They cut it at 9 p.m. So right at bedtime they cut the music, luckily. But it was really good. The other things I do want to mention is that I had a little incident during one of the walking meditations. I wasn't looking ahead like I should have been. I must have been looking up or at the trees or maybe the stupa, because the grounds are quite lovely. And I actually walked into a pile of red ants. I had to I felt something biting my feet, and I looked down and I saw all these red ants, and they were starting to crawl up my legs. And so I was like trying not to scream, because you have to be quiet. And I kind of ran away from that area and hoping nobody would notice me, but that was an experience. And no shoes were excuse me, allowed. I didn't have a choice. I had to be barefoot. So my wrap up on it is, would I go back to this? I don't know if I would go back to this particular retreat in this area. Although I did enjoy it, there are some things that they could improve upon, but I want to keep this video positive because I did enjoy my experience all in all. But I'm really looking forward to going to the one in Chiang Mai because it is at a Wat, and it's, I know it's going to be quieter. I know that there's not going to be any really loud music because there's no big hotels right by where I'll be. And I read the reviews, and they get so many. I think there were 1,400 or 1,500 reviews on that one, positive. So I'll have my own room also. That was the other thing. If I had this to do over again, I would really like to have my own room. Although my roommate was lovely, I would just have been more comfortable because I found myself like rushing to take a shower before I got in the evening. Like that's what I did right after dinner. Like that was part of my after dinner personal time regimen. I went in and I showered after I ate because I wanted her to be able to go and shower right when she got done with her main hall one at 9 so that we could, get to bed to get up at 5 a.m. So that would be one thing I would change. And in Chiang Mai, I will have my own room with my own bathroom. So I'm looking forward to that. And I believe that the roofs are it's all enclosed, but nothing came into my room. Like there was never a bug that I noticed. There were no ants in the room, no cockroaches, I never saw any rodents or anything. So Adana told me that she thinks that they make the roofing, the thatched roofing, with something that deters like snakes and rats and things from going up in there and like nesting and making a home. So that made me feel better. She told me that on the last day. So anyway, I did love that. I did love that part, hearing that. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a 100% excellent experience for me. I highly recommend, just once in your life, if you can do a Vipassana Silent Retreat, I would highly recommend it. It's very grounding. It's good to be quiet for a while, not have to talk, and to just, not even really have to think. Because, of course, when you're meditating, thoughts come in, but they trained us that when the thoughts come, acknowledge them, but then let them go and focus more on the breath, keeping the breath in your nostrils. Just focus on that area. And I have had different training on meditation, different meditations. I've had training where you focus on the third eye, and I found myself going to my third eye a lot. But, as long as I was quiet and I was at peace and being peaceful, I thought it was all good. So I did enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're considering doing a retreat like this, I highly recommend it. And I will put a link to the one that I did in the description. And I also will be doing another video on my 10-day when I come back from that in March and tell you how that went. So I hope you're all doing well, and I thank you for subscribing and watching my video. And Ray's here. He's been patient. Come say hi. We're always together.
I'm the cameraman.
Yeah, but I have it on the tripod. We're here at True Digital Park, and it's just the most beautiful day. The weather is perfect, and we found a little place to sit where it was quiet, but then some kids are... I hope you heard me. I have my mic on. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll be back. Right?
Yeah, we'll be back for sure.
Thanks, you guys. Bye-bye.
See you.